Evening, folks. Welcome to worship here at Sandyford. It's great to have you here, and it's great to be able to come and to worship God, even in these strange ways. And obviously, the good news is that restrictions are beginning to change. You may have seen the news this week that masks are still going to be in place for another couple of weeks, but track and trace will stop as of tomorrow, as that's one less thing we need to worry about coming into church. And masks, obviously, the hope is that from April 4th that masks will no longer be a requirement, but just a reassurance that we recognise that some people will still want to wear masks, and that's certainly possible and allowable, and there won't be any problems with that. And certainly for the initial period during the morning service, we're going to ask our welcome teams to keep wearing masks, so that you will still feel welcome if you choose to come and want to wear a mask, and we'll make sure that we look after you, which is obviously what we want to do. And you may be wondering, as we sit here online, are we going to be moving back to in-person evening services anytime soon? And the answer to that question is yes, we will be. What we're doing at the moment is we're just looking at some of the practical details as to exactly what we need to do. Do we need to do just in-person or in-person and hybrid, sort of in-person online at the same time as we do in the morning, and how moving back to in-person evening services is maybe going to affect people differently, whether it's kind of folks who find it easier to get out in the evening or don't like to be out in the evening, and folks who are obviously not able to be in Glasgow at all. And so we're just kind of looking through, and folks are going to be asked what they think and how it's going to affect them over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully come the sort of post-Easter, we'll be looking at some form of in-person evening service, and we look forward to be able to meet together again in that way in the evenings. Other thing to be aware of is that next Sunday the clocks change. Probably less of an issue for the evening service. Hopefully you will have caught up with the clocks by that point, but certainly if you are also at the morning service, don't forget that the clocks change. In 1 Thessalonians, Paul says to, as he's writing to the church in Thessalonica, he says that they had turned from worshipping idols to worshipping the true and living God. We come tonight to worship the true and living God. And as we declare the truth of who he is, but also as we recognise the truth that he is a living God, I believe that he will come and interact with us. He will come and be here. His presence will be here, and we will know that he is living and that he is true. Not just true for me, not just true for some of us, but true for all of us, and living and active in our world today. So let's come and worship him together.